Menu narration option is set to off.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Got it. 9:51. 9:51. Walk the pass. Walk the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Christian, Travis. No. Go. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. Watch out. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready up. Mike 51. Watch the block. Chopper. Safety cream. Quick. Hey, stand off.
He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
50, plant. Check 50. 61. Max box, flight. Set.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the ball, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Look at me. Go now.
Second and 5. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Check 56. Shit. 5 wide.
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Check pass.
Throwing is Allen on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on the first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Break. 51.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
General West, bravo.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's Williams on the catch. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Set, ready? 90, wolf. 22 jet bombers. 22 jets. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 6. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Show it. Go. Check 26, check 26. Snap.
This complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Switch. Hey, stand up. Ready?
2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Allen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Look at me. Go. Goodbye.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Allen. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Squeeze. Check 3. Fair.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the edge.
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Set. 30 base. 59. You're ready,
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that takes us from second to third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says,
oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Allen. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert!
To the air. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gilbert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line 15 line. Mike 51. Come on, D. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. You're out. Switch, switch, switch. 36, 36. Under 10. Gone, gone. Now.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Breeden. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, lock it. Check, check 43. Check, 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 check. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breeden. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes so clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Check safety. Check safety.
Allen going to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Got it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
80 weapon. Fair.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Get it.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw here to his running back. 22 yards on the catch and run at 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down here the sack. They push him back to the 34. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Space to run past the 20. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he works free. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Allen. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He gets it to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Mike, 27. Let's pick it up. It's out of time. The field. Let's get off.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check. Alert. Check.
Allen now looks to throw, and he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.